Stop right there. If you're over 60 and still drinking plain water every day, I need to warn you, you might be slowly killing your testosterone. Yes, you heard that right. Something as innocent as plain water could be one of the reasons your energy has faded, your drive has slowed, and your performance in the bedroom isn't what it used to be. I know this sounds shocking, even ridiculous, but stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal might completely change the way you look at something as simple as a glass of water. I'm Dr. Mohit Kara, a urologist and men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping men just like you regain their strength, vitality, and confidence naturally. I've spent decades studying how aging affects male hormones and blood flow, and I've seen one truth over and over again. It's not about how much water you drink, it's about what's missing from it. Here's the paradox. Most men believe hydration is the key to staying healthy. 8 glasses a day, right? But the truth is, plain water doesn't give your body what it needs to produce testosterone or restore proper blood circulation. You're drinking plenty, yet your energy keeps dipping and your masculinity keeps fading. Today, I'll show you how one simple change in your water can completely reignite your body's natural testosterone engine, restore your blood flow, and bring back the power you thought was gone for good. And make sure you stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll reveal the first natural ingredient that can turn your ordinary water into a powerful testosterone-boosting elixir for men over 60. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss another tip that keeps your energy, testosterone, and vitality strong after 60. And I'd love to hear from you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and tell me how I can make the next one even better for you. Alright, let's get straight into it. Most men over 60 believe that drinking more water keeps them healthy. But here's the truth. Plain water alone isn't helping your testosterone or circulation. In fact, it might be holding you back. Let me explain exactly why your body needs more than hydration. 1. Plain water isn't helping you anymore. Let me tell you something that shocks most of my patients the first time they hear it. Drinking plain water after 60 may actually slow down the very systems responsible for your energy, your testosterone, and even your performance in bed. I know, it sounds impossible. You've been told your whole life to drink 8 glasses a day, to stay hydrated. But what if I told you that hydration alone isn't enough to keep your body thriving anymore? Here's the truth. As we age, our body's chemistry changes. When you were younger, water alone could keep your cells active, your circulation sharp, and your hormones balanced. But after 50 or 60, your nitric oxide levels, the key molecule that controls blood flow and testosterone function, start to plummet. And plain water doesn't give your body any of the raw materials it needs to rebuild that system. You can drink gallons and still feel sluggish, heavy, or flat in the mornings. I see it every day in my clinic. Men who think they're doing everything right but still wonder why their drive, stamina, and confidence are fading. What your body truly needs isn't just hydration, it's activation. It needs fuel, nutrients that can reignite your nitric oxide production and help your blood vessels open, your heart pump freely, and your testosterone begin to work again the way it was meant to. And the good news is, you can turn this around fast. You just have to stop drinking plain water and start drinking smart water, water with natural ingredients that rebuild your body from the inside out. Now, you're probably wondering, what should you add to your water to bring back that youthful power? Let's start with the first ingredient, the one that can supercharge your circulation and testosterone within just a few days. And yes, it's sitting right in your kitchen. 2. The hidden connection between water and testosterone. When I first began studying men's health decades ago, I never imagined that something as simple as water could affect a man's testosterone levels. But after years of research and working with patients, I saw a pattern that changed how I look at hydration forever. Men who drank plenty of plain water still struggled with low energy, low drive, and poor blood flow. They were hydrated, yes, but they weren't nourished. Their bodies were missing the key signals that tell the brain and glands to produce testosterone. You see, testosterone isn't just a hormone, it's a communication system. It depends on proper circulation, oxygen, and nutrient delivery. And none of that happens without healthy blood flow. Think of your bloodstream as a highway that carries everything your body needs to stay strong: oxygen, nutrients, hormones. But over time, that highway starts to slow down. The walls stiffen, the flow weakens, and the traffic, your hormones, can't get where they need to go. That's when you start to feel it. Your muscles shrink, your motivation fades, your mornings lose their spark. And here's where most men get it wrong. They assume water alone will keep that system healthy. But plain water doesn't widen your blood vessels, it doesn't boost nitric oxide, and it doesn't trigger testosterone production. It keeps you from drying out, but it doesn't make you come alive. What your body truly needs is circulation. It needs the kind of hydration that brings oxygen, nutrients, and hormones together like a perfectly tuned orchestra. I remember one of my patients, a 68-year-old man named Richard. He told me, "Doc, I drink water all day, but I still feel tired and heavy." After just a few weeks of adding the right natural boosters to his water, his energy returned, his blood pressure improved, and his morning confidence came back stronger than ever. That's when it hit him. He didn't need more water, he needed better water. And now, I want to show you exactly what I gave Richard. The first natural ingredient that can turn your ordinary water into a powerful testosterone and circulation booster. It's simple, delicious, and you probably already have it in your kitchen right now. 3. The first upgrade, beetroot. The very first ingredient I recommend every man over 60 add to his water is beetroot. It's simple, natural, and yet incredibly powerful. Most men overlook it because it seems too ordinary, just a red root your grandmother might have cooked for dinner. But beetroot is one of the most effective tools I've ever used to help men restore circulation, energy, and performance without a single pill. When I first started testing beetroot on my patients, I was skeptical myself, but the science behind it was undeniable. Beetroot is packed with natural nitrates, compounds your body converts into nitric oxide, the very molecule that controls blood flow, oxygen delivery, and even testosterone function. Think of nitric oxide as the messenger that tells your blood vessels to open up, to let life flow through your body again. When nitric oxide levels are high, your heart works easier, your brain gets sharper, and yes, your manhood responds the way it used to. I'll never forget one of my longtime patients, Tom. He was 72, active, but frustrated because his workouts felt harder and his intimacy had declined. I suggested he start his mornings with a glass of water mixed with 1 teaspoon of beetroot powder. Within a week, he called me and said, "Doc, I don't know what's happening, but I feel alive again." His face looked brighter, his energy steadier, his confidence completely renewed. That's what happens when blood starts moving freely again. What makes beetroot even more remarkable is how quickly it works. Just 1 glass can begin to improve circulation within hours. It's not caffeine. It's not a stimulant. It's your own biology waking back up. That's why I call it the first step to turning plain water into power water. But here's the catch. While beetroot creates nitric oxide, it doesn't protect it. Once your body makes it, nitric oxide can break down fast. And that's why the next ingredient I'm about to share with you is so critical. It's the perfect partner for beetroot, the one that keeps your nitric oxide levels stable and your testosterone supported all day long. 4. The nitric oxide protector, pomegranate. If beetroot is the spark that turns your circulation back on, then pomegranate is the guardian that keeps that spark alive. This fruit has been celebrated for thousands of years as a symbol of vitality, strength, and even passion. And modern science now shows exactly why. Pomegranate is packed with powerful antioxidants called polyphenols, which act like bodyguards for your nitric oxide. Once your body produces this vital molecule, pomegranate steps in to protect it from breaking down too quickly, so it stays active longer, keeping your blood vessels open and your energy flowing freely. I remember a patient of mine named Henry. He was 65, retired, and frustrated that no matter what he did, exercise, supplements, diet, his energy kept dipping. I asked him one simple question: how often do you eat anything that truly nourishes your blood? He looked confused. I suggested he start adding a tablespoon of pure pomegranate extract to his morning beetroot water. 2 weeks later, he came into my office smiling from ear to ear. "Doc," he said, "I don't know what you did, but I feel like my body's running on premium fuel." His blood pressure improved, his workouts felt smoother, and his intimate confidence quietly returned. That's what happens when your nitric oxide doesn't just rise, it stays active. Pomegranate does more than just protect nitric oxide. It also supports testosterone production indirectly by improving blood flow to the glands that regulate hormones. Better circulation means better communication between your brain and your reproductive system. Your body feels more responsive, your mood steadier, and your endurance stronger. It's not a quick fix, it's restoration from within. When you mix pomegranate with beetroot, you create what I call a two-way current. Beetroot turns on nitric oxide, and pomegranate keeps it alive and working longer. Together, they form the foundation of what I call intelligent hydration, water that doesn't just quench your thirst, but feeds your vitality. And just when you think it couldn't get any better, there's one more natural booster that takes this formula from great to extraordinary. It's something sweet, refreshing, and surprisingly powerful, one that delivers a direct fuel source for even more nitric oxide. You've probably enjoyed it every summer of your life without realizing how good it truly is for you. 5. The sweet circulation booster, watermelon. Now, let's talk about one of my favorite natural boosters, watermelon. Yes, that cool, juicy fruit you've loved since childhood is far more than a refreshing summer snack. It's actually one of nature's most effective circulation enhancers for men over 60. Every time I tell my patients this, they look at me like I'm joking. But watermelon contains a compound called L-citrulline, an amino acid that your body transforms into L-arginine, the exact fuel your blood vessels need to produce nitric oxide. Think of it this way. Beetroot starts the nitric oxide process, pomegranate keeps it alive, and watermelon delivers the raw material your body uses to keep that system running strong. It's like fueling up your car with the highest quality gas available. Without citrulline, your nitric oxide engine simply can't perform at full capacity. And here's the beautiful part. Watermelon citrulline is absorbed smoothly and efficiently, bypassing the digestive breakdown that often limits L-arginine supplements. It travels directly into your bloodstream, feeding your cells exactly where nitric oxide is made. I'll never forget a patient named George. He was 70 and told me, "Doc, I just don't feel like my body responds anymore." I asked him to start adding a teaspoon of L-citrulline powder, derived from watermelon, to his morning beetroot and pomegranate water. Within a week, his message popped up in my inbox. "You were right. My blood pressure's down, my energy's up, and I feel awake again." That's the power of improved circulation. When your blood flows, your body follows. And it's not just about stamina or performance. Watermelon's citrulline also supports muscle recovery, oxygen delivery, and cardiovascular health. It helps your arteries stay flexible and youthful, so your heart doesn't have to work as hard. Most men are amazed to learn that something so simple and delicious can have such a profound effect on how they feel every single day. Now, you might be wondering, can this get even better? The answer is yes. Because while these three ingredients build and sustain nitric oxide, there's another natural extract that works like a mechanic for your blood vessels, repairing and strengthening them from the inside out. It doesn't come from a fruit or vegetable. It comes from the bark of a tree. And what it does inside your body is nothing short of extraordinary. 6. The Artery Repairman, pine bark extract. Now, this one surprises almost every man I talk to. It doesn't come from a fruit, a vegetable, or a fancy supplement. It comes from the bark of a tree, specifically the French maritime pine. Inside that rough, unassuming bark lies one of the most powerful natural compounds for repairing blood vessels and restoring youthful circulation. It's called pine bark extract, or ficnogenol, and once you understand how it works, you'll never look at your water the same way again. Think of your arteries as highways. When you're young, they're wide, flexible, and smooth. Blood flows easily, oxygen reaches every cell, and your body performs effortlessly. But as we age, those highways start to crack and stiffen. Inflammation builds up, oxidative stress damages the lining, and the cells responsible for producing nitric oxide, your endothelial cells, begin to weaken. That's when blood flow slows down, pressure rises, and performance in every part of your body starts to suffer. What pine bark extract does is nothing short of remarkable. It repairs and protects those endothelial cells, helping them work the way they did decades ago. It's like sending a skilled mechanic into your arteries to tune up, polish, and optimize every part of your vascular system. It reduces inflammation, strengthens blood vessel walls, and helps nitric oxide stay active longer. The result? Better blood flow, steadier energy, sharper focus, and stronger, more reliable performance where it matters most. I remember a patient named Daniel, 67 years old, healthy overall, but struggling with fatigue and low stamina. We added just a quarter teaspoon of high-quality pine bark extract to his daily beetroot and watermelon mix. Within 3 weeks, his transformation was obvious. He walked into my office looking vibrant, his skin brighter, his eyes full of life. "Doc," he said, "I feel like someone flipped a switch inside me." That's what restored circulation feels like, your body finally working the way it was designed to. And here's something fascinating. When pine bark extract is combined with L-citrulline, the two amplify each other. Together, they enhance nitric oxide production even more powerfully, turning your water into a complete vascular restoration system. But we're not done yet, because while these ingredients strengthen your blood vessels, there's one more booster that nourishes them, something green, vibrant, and full of life. It's what I call the secret nutrient engine for men over 60. 7. The nutrient engine, leafy greens powder. This next addition might seem simple, but it's the missing piece that brings your entire nitric oxide system to life. Leafy greens, like spinach, kale, and arugula, are among nature's richest sources of nitrates, the exact compounds your body needs to keep producing nitric oxide day after day. The problem is, most men over 60 don't eat nearly enough of them. Even when they try, the body's ability to absorb nutrients from food isn't what it used to be. That's where greens powder comes in, a concentrated form of nature's best circulatory medicine, all in a single scoop. I still remember a patient named Robert, a 74-year-old man who told me, "Doc, I'm tired of salads. I just can't chew through that stuff anymore." I smiled and said, "Then drink it." We added 1 teaspoon of organic greens powder, rich in spinach, kale, and parsley, to his beetroot and pomegranate mix. Within 2 weeks, his energy lifted. His complexion looked healthier. He told me, "It feels like my body's finally breathing again." That's what greens do. They don't just support circulation, they nourish every cell that depends on oxygen and vitality. These powders are more than just a nitrate source. They're loaded with vitamin K, folate, magnesium, and antioxidants, nutrients that rebuild the very foundation of your vascular health. They protect your liver, stabilize hormones, and even support natural testosterone balance. When combined with beetroot and watermelon, they form what I call the circulatory triangle, each one fueling a different pathway to keep your blood vessels open, flexible, and strong. It's like giving your body a complete tune-up from the inside out. The beauty of this step is how easy it is. Just 1 teaspoon a day, mixed into your morning glass, can make your water come alive. The flavor is earthy but vibrant, a signal that your body is being fed what it's been missing for years. And the more consistently you drink it, the better it works. It's not a temporary fix. It's daily nourishment for longevity, strength, and stamina. But here's where things get even more interesting. Because while greens keep your system healthy, there are 2 ancient ingredients, used for centuries, that act as powerful energizers for your circulation. One warms your body from within, the other cools and soothes it, creating the perfect balance for blood flow and vitality. Let's talk about those next. 8. The Circulation Energizers, ginger and hibiscus. Now we come to one of my favorite combinations for men over 60, ginger and hibiscus. These 2 ancient plants have been used for thousands of years to awaken circulation, calm inflammation, and restore balance in the body. They're like a perfect duet. One warms you up from the inside, while the other cools and soothes your system. Together, they create harmony in your blood flow, your energy, and even your mood. I first started recommending this pair to my patients over a decade ago, and I'll never forget one man in particular, Edward, 69 years old, a retired engineer. He told me, "Doc, I feel like my body's stuck in low gear. I'm drinking the beet juice, I'm exercising, but I still feel sluggish." I added a small amount of ginger and hibiscus to his morning drink. 2 weeks later, he called me and said, "Whatever that was, it's working." My body feels alive again. His circulation improved, his blood pressure stabilized, and that tired heaviness he used to describe was simply gone. Ginger works by stimulating nitric oxide production while fighting inflammation, which silently damages your arteries over time. It helps blood move freely through vessels that may have become stiff or narrow with age. You can actually feel it, the gentle warmth in your chest, that subtle spark that tells you something inside is waking up again. Hibiscus, on the other hand, is rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that relax blood vessels and promote smoother, easier flow. It's been shown in studies to lower both systolic and diastolic blood pressure naturally, all while supporting healthy cholesterol levels. When you mix them together, ginger clears the path and hibiscus keeps the flow steady. It's a beautiful balance, energy without tension, warmth without overstimulation. And the taste? Slightly tart, slightly spicy, refreshing enough to make you want it every day. That's the secret. If something feels good, you'll stick with it. And that's how transformation happens. Just add a quarter teaspoon of ginger and half a teaspoon of hibiscus to your enhanced water, and within days, your body will start to feel lighter, more grounded, and more alive. But we're not finished yet, because there's one last duo that ties this entire formula together. It's rich, dark, and unexpectedly delicious. And it works around the clock to support your circulation, stamina, and even your sleep. 9. The 24-hour support duo, cocoa and tart cherry. This final combination is where science meets pleasure, cocoa and tart cherry. Most men think of chocolate as an indulgence and cherries as just a dessert topping, but together, they form one of the most powerful duos for restoring blood flow, stamina, and recovery, especially after 60. It's the perfect finish to your nitric oxide formula, working around the clock to keep your circulation strong during the day and your body restored at night. Let's start with cocoa. I'm not talking about sugary chocolate bars, but pure, unsweetened dark cocoa, the kind that's rich in flavanols, natural plant compounds that strengthen your arteries and help them expand when needed. These flavanols train your blood vessels to respond faster, keeping them flexible and youthful. I often tell my patients, cocoa doesn't just make you feel good, it helps your arteries act young again. It supports better oxygen delivery, steadier energy, and improved endurance. And yes, that includes better performance where it matters most. Then comes tart cherry. This vibrant red fruit works like nature's recovery system. It's loaded with antioxidants called anthocyanins, which calm inflammation and protect your nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly. But what makes tart cherry truly special is how it helps your body at night. It promotes deeper, more restorative sleep, the kind that allows your blood vessels to repair themselves and your hormones, including testosterone, to rebalance naturally. One of my patients, 66-year-old Mark, told me, "Doc, I didn't realize how bad my sleep was until it got good again. I wake up ready to go." That's what real recovery feels like, waking up charged, not drained. When you combine cocoa and tart cherry, you create something powerful, a day and night partnership. Cocoa energizes your circulation, while tart cherry restores it as you rest. I often call it the longevity drink, because it helps you feel vibrant not just for hours, but for decades. It's a satisfying ritual that supports your heart, your stamina, and your masculinity all at once. And now that you know all 9 ingredients, it's time to bring everything together. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how to mix them, when to drink them, and the simple routine that turns this formula into a daily habit that transforms your body from the inside out. 10. The daily ritual, when and how to drink it. Now that you know the ingredients, let's talk about the most important part, how and when to drink it. Because this formula isn't just about what you put in your water, it's about creating a rhythm, a daily ritual that keeps your nitric oxide level steady and your body performing like it did years ago. I always tell my patients, consistency is the real secret medicine. You can have the best ingredients in the world, but if you don't use them right, you'll never unlock their full power. Here's what I recommend. Start every morning with 1 large glass of your enhanced nitric oxide water. Think of it as turning on your body's ignition. It wakes up your circulation, hydrates your cells, and sets your energy in motion for the day ahead. Then, have a second glass in the afternoon, around that time when energy usually dips and focus starts to fade. This keeps your nitric oxide engine running strong through your most active hours. Within a few days, you'll notice subtle shifts, clearer focus, steadier mood, stronger morning confidence, and over time, those small changes add up to something profound, a body that feels alive again. I had a patient, Larry, 71, who told me, "Doc, I've tried every supplement out there, but this is the first thing that actually feels real." The reason is simple. This isn't about adding more chemicals to your system. It's about giving your body the exact tools it needs to heal, rebuild, and perform naturally. Your arteries become more flexible, your heart pumps easier, your brain stays sharp, and your manhood responds with strength you thought was long gone. And here's a small tip most men overlook. Add a squeeze of lemon to your drink. It not only enhances the flavor, but also protects nitric oxide with its natural vitamin C. Make it a ritual, something you look forward to every morning, because when your water becomes a source of vitality, your entire life changes with it. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final message, a truth that could redefine the way you see aging and masculinity forever. It's the reason why I tell my patients that plain water keeps you alive, but enhanced water helps you thrive. 11. The truth about aging. Plain water keeps you alive, but enhanced water helps you thrive. Here's something I've learned after more than 30 years of working with men over 60. Aging isn't what steals your strength, your drive, or your confidence. It's neglect. It's believing that slowing down is just part of getting older. But the truth is, your body never forgets how to feel young. It just needs the right signals to wake up again. And that's exactly what this enhanced water formula does. It doesn't fight age, it reactivates life. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s completely transform once they stopped drinking plain water and started fueling their bodies with purpose. Their skin looked brighter, their posture improved, and the light in their eyes came back. I'll never forget a patient named Frank. He was 73 when he first came to see me. "Doc," he said, "I feel like a shell of myself. I drink water all day, but I'm still tired." I guided him through this formula: beetroot, pomegranate, watermelon, greens, pine bark, ginger, hibiscus, cocoa, and tart cherry. Within a month, he came back laughing. "My wife thinks I found the fountain of youth." What he found wasn't magic. It was circulation, oxygen, and vitality, all flowing again like they used to. Plain water hydrates you, but enhanced water nourishes you. It gives your cells the raw materials they need to produce nitric oxide, balance hormones, and support the natural rhythm of your body. It's not about chasing youth, it's about reclaiming control. When your blood flows, everything else follows. Your energy, your focus, your mood, your confidence. That's the beauty of how our bodies are designed. They want to heal if we just give them the chance. So, the next time you reach for a glass of plain water, remember this. You can either drink to survive or drink to thrive. It's a small change with life-changing results. And if you think this is powerful, wait until you hear what happens when you combine this morning ritual with one simple nighttime secret that multiplies its effects while you sleep. That's what I'll reveal next. The nighttime nitric oxide ritual every man over 60 should know. 12. The nighttime nitric oxide secret. Repair while you sleep. Most men don't realize that some of the most powerful healing your body ever does happens while you're asleep. That's when your blood vessels repair, your hormones rebalance, and your nitric oxide system quietly rebuilds for the next day. But here's the catch. If your circulation isn't supported before bed, that repair process slows down and you wake up tired, stiff, and drained. That's why I tell my patients that the hours between bedtime and sunrise can either age you faster or rebuild your strength from within. I remember one of my longtime patients, Carl, 68 years old. He told me, "Doc, I sleep, but I never feel rested. I wake up heavy, like my body's still tired." I explained that his body wasn't recovering because his nitric oxide levels were bottoming out overnight. We introduced a simple bedtime ritual, mixing a warm cup of enhanced water with tart cherry, cocoa, and a squeeze of lemon. Within a week, Carl called me and said, "For the first time in years, I'm waking up refreshed. I even feel my mornings are stronger." That's no coincidence. When nitric oxide stays active through the night, blood flow improves, oxygen reaches your tissues, and your testosterone has the signal it needs to stay balanced. Think of your bedtime drink as a tune-up before you rest. Tart cherry helps you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer, thanks to its natural melatonin and antioxidant compounds. Cocoa calms your nervous system, eases stress, and helps your arteries stay open and flexible. And the lemon? It adds vitamin C to protect nitric oxide as it circulates through your system. Together, they work while you sleep, repairing, restoring, and recharging every part of your body. It's such a small change, one warm drink before bed, but it can transform how you wake up. Your energy feels cleaner, your mind clearer, your body lighter. That's what real recovery feels like. Your body healing while you rest. And now that you know how to fuel your body day and night, let me leave you with one final thought. A message that could redefine how you see health, masculinity, and aging forever. Because this isn't just about water, it's about reclaiming your vitality and the man you were always meant to be. 13. The final message. Reclaim your strength, reclaim your life. If there's one truth I want you to take from everything we've talked about today, it's this. Your body isn't broken, it's waiting. Waiting for you to give it the right tools, the right fuel, and the right care to come alive again. Every man over 60 has the potential to feel strong, alert, and confident, not because of pills or quick fixes, but because your biology was designed to thrive when you feed it right. The secret isn't found in a prescription bottle, it's in your glass. When you stop drinking plain water and start fueling your body with enhanced water, everything begins to change. Beetroot opens your vessels. Pomegranate protects your nitric oxide. Watermelon fuels its creation. Pine bark repairs the arteries that carry your lifeblood. Leafy greens nourish your system. Ginger and hibiscus awaken circulation. Cocoa and tart cherry sustain it through day and night. Together, they create a symphony of healing and vitality. Your body remembering what it feels like to be fully alive. I've seen men come back from fatigue, brain fog, and frustration simply by changing how they hydrate. They walk taller, sleep deeper, laugh easier. Their wives notice, their energy returns, and they begin to live instead of just age. I think of these men often, ordinary men who chose to believe that life after 60 could still be powerful. And every single one of them proved it true. You see, this isn't about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming balance, the kind of strength that comes from within, that steady confidence that makes you feel grounded and capable again. You've learned today that water doesn't just have to hydrate you, it can heal you, energize you, and awaken the man you thought you'd lost. So, here's my challenge to you. Start tomorrow morning. Mix your first glass. Watch what happens when your body starts working with you again instead of against you. Within days, you'll feel the difference. Within weeks, you'll see it. And as the months go by, you'll understand what I mean when I say this. Aging is not the end of vitality. It's the beginning of wisdom. And when you give your body the right care, that wisdom comes with power. Stay strong, stay curious, and never stop investing in yourself, because your best years aren't behind you. They're right here, waiting for you to drink them in.